today was new teacher training day 2. So we started out at the central office and got to meet the instructional coach that is over the entire district, and then the instructional coach that is in our building. And so they just kind of did some welcome stuff with us and explained some things to us. And then we got to go on a bus tour of our district, and so that was interesting to kind of see where some of our students live and how big our district really is. Some of our kids, one of them, the first house that gets picked up the earliest is 6 o'clock in the morning, and our school, I believe, is the latest school to start, and we start at 7:55. So that's quite a bit of time on the bus for those kids. So it's good to kind of see where kids are and what all happens kind of in your community of where you're serving, because I live in the next town over, but I am familiar with the area a little bit. But it was good to see, and again, I didn't realize how large our district was. Being that it's a rural area, we actually cover a couple of little, they're not towns, but like village areas. So they have names, but they're not really a town that would have their own school. So very interesting. And we do live right next to a very large school district, as in like huge school district, to where ours is so small. So very interesting. And then after that, we had time to work in our rooms for a little bit. After that, I had a meeting with the special education director because of the fact that I am special ed. And then after that, we had classroom management techniques from our principal and our instructional coach. And after that, we had some more time to work in our classroom. So I stayed later just because I wanted to kind of get some stuff done. And a lot of times when I start a project, I either want to finish the project or I end up getting like project ADHD and I run all over the class doing different things. I'll be looking for something and then all of a sudden I'll find something else and I'm like, oh, I need to do this. And so it was a hot mess, but I got some stuff done, getting things organized, getting things set up where I want them to be. There's a couple different things that I'm required to do for the district, just the different programs that we use that I need to put some different strategies up. So I've never used any of those strategies, so I'm going to need to research them and get some just posters and stuff for it. They're very popular ones. There's the cafe strategy that I need to do. I need to get a sound wall put up. Again, I'm teaching 3rd and 4th grade, so the sound wall is really usually for the lower grades, but because of the fact that I'm special education, I'm going to go ahead and put that sound wall up just because my students probably need a little bit more of a reminder of those sounds, and some of them might still be working on those things, so I will put that up as well. We have to put a number line up that is 1 through 120. Our principal explained that, a lot of kids think that the numbers stop at 100, especially when they're younger, even though when they get to like 2nd, 3rd grade, they start talking about the thousands place. It's still, when they're counting, they think, okay, I get to 100 and I stop. So by showing the pattern of 100 through 120, it shows that the pattern repeats. So I like that idea. I already had a number chart that had 120 on it, and I do have a number line that goes to 120, and it actually goes to negative 120, but again, I'm not going to put negative up because of the fact that it's just elementary, so that's kind of a concept that I just don't want to blow their little minds yet. So we'll go ahead and I'll put up that number line. I have an idea of where I want to put it, so we'll see if it fits where I want it to go. Who knows? So yeah, classroom's just coming along. I didn't get any pictures because I didn't realize how late it was and I needed to get home, so I'll get some pictures in the next couple of days. Just check for more videos, and I might make this just a whole week 1 video because I haven't edited it yet because I haven't had time. So moving to a new house and a new school at the same time, is very interesting. So wouldn't recommend it, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So thanks for joining me here at Educator L's Learning Lounge. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the questions or comment section. I guess the comment section. And of course, as always, please like, share, subscribe, all the fun stuff. And thanks for joining me today. Bye. I am starting out with teacher training day 3. It's new teacher training because I am going to be new to my school district this year. So I am just trying to get everything ready for the new school year. Going to a brand new school, of course, is always something different just because of the fact that you have to move all your stuff and get things done. So it's interesting. So I'm also learning about my new building, my new district. So I am teaching special education, which is what I have taught for the last 4 years, but I'm going from 4th through 8th grade to this year I will have mostly 3rd and 4th graders, but I will also probably have some 2nd graders just because we have quite a few kindergartners that already have IEPs because they were ECSE students. So that's going to be a lot for the other special education teacher in the elementary building. So I might get some more 2nd graders. Right now I only have 1 2nd grader on my roster, on my caseload, but again, we've talked about the fact that I might get some more, just depends on how the numbers work out. So we shall see, but I am excited, and today we are doing CPI skills training. If you've never done CPI, it's crisis prevention intervention, and the first part I did, which was online, and it's really about just how to diffuse a situation before it gets to the point that you need to actually do any kind of hold on a student or anything that would restrain them. I have thankfully never had to use a restraint on a student, but I have used the other parts of CPI just as far as how to diffuse the situation and how to... You have to remember, you can't let an issue get to you. I've talked about before, don't get into a power struggle with a student. As soon as you get into a power struggle with a student, you've already lost. So a lot of the CPI, it does teach you the restraints, because that is what I'm doing today, is the physical practicing of the restraints, just because they want to make sure it is safe. There are different holds that you can do at different levels. You want to do what is least restrictive, and you only use them when you absolutely have to. If the student is not harming themselves or somebody else, then you don't restrain them. So if a child is yelling and screaming at you, you don't put them in a hold. If a student is unfortunately tearing up the classroom, I know some of you have probably seen some of those crazy pictures of teachers' classrooms that have been destroyed. And so, yeah, it can be crazy. We have to remember that each student, whenever they are having some kind of escalation in their behaviors, it is simply some kind of way to communicate with you. Sometimes it's that they need attention, and unfortunately, sometimes the way they try to get attention is in a bad way. So, again, restraint is the very, 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 very last thing you want to do. I have evacuated classrooms before. That's a way of keeping everybody else safe. I have actually done that many times. Sometimes that is one that you absolutely need to get done, is the either taking the audience away from the students so that they don't continue the behavior in order for their peers to see what they're doing. Also, at the end, it can be very embarrassing from them when they realize how they acted. So it's always a good idea to just take the audience away, even if they're not in a safety concern. A lot of times having students in there is just a bad idea if you can't get a student to de-escalate. So today for our new teacher training, I have a little bit of time to work in my room, and I'm going a little early so I can get a little bit extra time to work in my classroom. Then we're going to do the CPI training, and that's going to be over at the high school, so I'll have to drive over there. Lunch is provided by First Baptist Church Sparta, so that's very nice that they are willing to feed us new teachers. So that's also over at the high school, so it'll be nice because I'll already be over there. Then after that, we have to go over to central office, and it says business office information, so I'm guessing that just has to do with pay and sick days and all that kind of stuff. Then after that, we basically get to work on our rooms the rest of the day, so that's going to be a nice big chunk of time to be able to hopefully get some stuff done. So we'll see how that works out, and hopefully I can get a lot done today. I keep forgetting to take pictures or video of the classroom, but I'm only doing a little bit of things while I'm there for training, because a lot of it is the actual training and learning about the new building or the new district. So a lot of it isn't actually getting class time to work in my classroom. So hopefully I will get some of that